the ceremony.
Thank you, D.A. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Barrett is out there with Payton, and it's Harkless in at the 3. And for the Nets, LeVert checked in for Jordan. And New York with a change here, too. Garcia, he's checked in for Payton. Here's Allen. He's coming off a 10-point game against Minnesota.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
That puts them in the lead.
Well, you see the hustle from Allen there, guys, and his relentlessness and the mindset to keep at it really allows him to gobble up those offensive boards.
And Jared Allen, the big man out of Texas, a big part of his impact is how well he moves as a center. Very long and covers a ton of ground on both ends.
Here's Garcia, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Jared Allen. And with Allen, the amount of floor he can cover with a few steps is staggering.
And Kevin, it lets him take away chances and opportunities on D. On the other end, one step to the hoop and he's completely relocated as a target. One of the best moving bigs in our league.
The Nets making a switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in. And New York with a change here, too. Portis is checked in. Here's Durant. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. KD's got 6 points. New York trailing. Now Garcia. He's coming off a 13-point game against San Antonio.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line. Really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heel.
Irving passes to KD. Shoots a fader. Count that one. And now a 4-point Nets lead.
Boy, his IQ is one of the best in the league. Irving has a great feel for when his teammates are open.
Harkless on the wing. Back to Garcia. 6 on the shot clock. For 3. Another shot. And Robinson with the layup.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Outside Durant. Pass to Irving. Goes up on the high post. Robinson pulls it in.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Barrett.
The number 3 pick back in the 2019 draft. RJ wanted to play for the Knicks. He knew it wouldn't be easy with all the turmoil last season. Boy, was that an understatement.
Harris is checked in for the Nets. Crawford comes in for Irving. And then for New York, Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. And it's Ntilikina in for Harkless. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
And New York making a change here. Knox is checked in. Here's Gibson. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. And the Knicks lead by 2.
You got to get a body on Gibson, because if you don't, he's relentless in attacking the offensive glass.
On the wing, Jamal Crawford. His last outing, he had 8 points. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. You know, Greg asked Barrett. He said he felt better prepared for the glare of the New York media after his one season at Duke because, you know, playing there is in the national limelight. You're on a star-studded team.
Yeah, I mean, playing with Zion Williamson, Cam Reddish, and Trey Jones, the Knicks could use a little more star talent, though, if they're going to turn the corner.
Here's Garcia. Off target from outside.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
So it's Nilikina who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. This game against Brooklyn here, it's their first look at the Nets.
Yeah, two conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Got plenty of opportunity here, guys, to get on each other's bad side. I mean, if they weren't already. It could make for some fairly high drama.
Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies. Irving against Garcia. From deep three-point range. Offensive rebound. Here's Robinson. And another shot. And that's 2 points on the layup.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
LeVert out there with Prince. Then there's Irving. Then there's Allen. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now here is Garcia. From deep. Rebounded by the Nets. Allen's got his 5th rebound in this one. Feeds it to Irving. And they pick up 2. Irving's got the lead up to 6 now for Brooklyn.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
I got yours.
Garcia against Irving. Garcia with the ball. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, Brooklyn. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. And Barrett gets it to go.
Making plays in traffic. This is where Barrett's most effective.
Pass to LeVert. Outside Irving. Shoots over Garcia. That one off the back iron and out. Knicks trail by 4. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Since the Nets acquired Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, the franchise has gone from being an up-and-comer to a potential powerhouse in the East. That's necessitated changes on the bench and on the court, as the Nets have added some new veterans. The time is now for Brooklyn to stand up and make its move in the East. Kevin, back to you.
Well, we'll see how they do. David, thank you.
And without a doubt, Taurean Prince comes in looking for his... shot. At times, however, he can have tunnel vision.
You know, Greg, it's funny you say that because I like to think of it more as selective seeing, and he wants to see the basket more than he sees his teammates. But that's not all bad for a guy like Prince. I mean, you know, some teams actually need a player who's aggressively looking to score at all times. And I think ultimately, though, it'll limit his usage if he can't become a better distributor of the ball as well. It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
Passes it to Irving. There's the triple. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
And, you know, that's all about effort, and I'm sure their coach let them have it for the lack thereof.
Randall on the follow. Randall's got 4 this quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
That's tipped. Outside Prince. And the layup's good off the glass. Prince has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Launches it. Garcia can't get it to go.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Prince, the pass to Irving. Rebound by Garcia. And Junior, coming into the NBA from college ball, wasn't the top recruit from his class, Greg, but he showed what he can do.
Junior had some fantastic performances during his college career. Nobody was quite sure where he would land in the draft. This team's convinced that he can be a factor in the NBA.
And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Nets?
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
Yeah, also, though, they've done a good job of pounding the offensive glass for second chance points.
Durant's checked in for Dinwiddie. LeVert the pass to Durant. Kicks it to Prince. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Prince has got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets.
You know, he started slow, but now in the second quarter, he's finding his groove.
Garcia inside. He's covered by Irving. Here's Irving. He's coming off a 31-point game against Minnesota.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
It's Durant on the wing. Garrett covering. A nice shot by KD.
Methodical and productive from mid-range. Few players in the NBA shoot it like Kevin Durant.
Garcia against Irving. Offensive rebound. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Robinson.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backboard.
They're getting outworked on the glass, and those second chance buckets have devastated their defense.
Lets it go, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Man, he gets it done in bunches, does Durant. He's a superb scorer. You just got to marvel at his greatness.
Irving against Garcia. Over Irving. A rebound by the Nets. Coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And that was a shocker. Hard to believe that they dropped the ball, so to speak, on that one. And probably a tough pill for them to swallow.
And to lose it like they did, too. Wow, right at the end, man, makes it even tougher to take.
Garcia. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity.
How about Prince? Really crafty defensively and coming up with the takeaway.
So it's the Knicks now, trailing here by 8. Outside, Garcia. Three-pointer. That shot, no good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Outside, KD. Back to LeVert. He kicks it to Irving. And the call, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effective. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more even. For the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Allen. Joe Harris comes in for Torian Prince. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. Taj Gibson's checked in for the Knicks. Mr. Clutch comes in for Harkless. Here's Garcia. Bangs home the trifecta. Garcia's got 9 points.
Well, tonight, another chance for Junior. His NBA debut, lukewarm at best, but we knew he'd need a bit of time to adjust to the league.
You know, Greg, Junior was viewed as a project when he came on board to this team. No surprise he'll have his teaching moments early in his career. On the court for the Knicks, they've got Taj Gibson. R.J. Barrett is out there with Portis. Then there's Elfrid Payton, and it's Garcia in at the 2-guard spot. Lets it go with a 3. Goes back up, and Jordan sends it back.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
LeVert finds KD. Over Payton. Dinwiddie wide open. And the Nets, another 3. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Nets?
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
And guys, I think you've got to give them credit for the number of steals they've taken away. I mean, a lot of effort on the defense from them tonight. He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used this contribution.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And the Knicks miss again.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Dinwiddie dishes to Durant. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark
What other
Hey, man.
All right, everybody, bring it in. We got a lot to cover today. We have got to find a way to create more scoring opportunities in transition. Let's work on executing more efficiently in transition. Get started, man. Let's get started. I got your help. Switch. Hey, right here. work in practice. Make sure you get some reps in before you go to the gym.
Pro stick, things like layup. What are some of the other things that you guys added in terms of the pro stick?
Well, I think the big thing with the pro stick this year is we just wanted to give people more control over both dribbling and shooting. So what we looked at was basically the fact that we weren't using the pro stick to its full potential. So now, instead of just holding in any direction to shoot, you can hold in different directions to do more moves. So we've added a bunch of new moves to the arsenal.
Well, I know the fans are eager to learn more about being
And a view of the skyscrapers of Midtown Manhattan from high above the East River here in New York City. It's NBA DA. It's
Hey, Kevin, if you'll allow a
great stuff as always, DA. Thank you. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Tucker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the 5. Look, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Williams looking over the floor. That's a two-pointer from Walker. Boston, no good that time either.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Garcia against Brown. And it's blocked by Brown.
Oh, just tenacious defense from Brown right there. I mean, superb playing shut-down defense and stifling shooters.
Ntilikina, he's checked in for the Knicks. And the Celtics also making a change. Wanamaker's checked in. Lock at 6. Here's Garcia. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Knicks have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Here's Wanamaker, defended by Portis. Here's Cantor. They can't stop the run with that one.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul goes against Boston. The Knicks have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Celtics making a switch here. Poirier's checked in. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Smart. Fires from deep. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And that's how you build confidence in your shot. Smart, able to set his feet off the catch and shoot.
And not only is Smart one of the best defenders in the league, Greg, he's also one of the most versatile players in the NBA.
Yeah, when you talk about players who can guard 1 through 5, it's usually referring to Kawhi, PG-13, or Giannis. But Smart at 6'4" has the strength, the anticipation, and the toughness to hold his own against anyone. It's remarkable.
The Celtics shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And I remember a lot of scouts wondered whether Brown could ever become a 20-point-per-game scorer. That question was answered in only his 4th season.
Oh, yeah, it didn't take long for him to answer that question. And he did it in a variety of ways. He hit more threes, drew more fouls, did a better job of converting at the rim. The scary part is, it feels like he's just getting started.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Outside, Garcia. Shot to stop the run. Jaylen Brown with the rebound.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way. It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Outside, Garcia. Fires at the elbow. That one misses. And it's Boston the other way. To the middle. Williams gets the bucket. And now a 9-point Boston lead.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Garcia inside. And the Knicks miss again.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the court.
Wanamaker looking over the floor. Pass to Smart. A 15-footer, and Garcia with the block. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Dotson's checked in for Kevin Knox. And here's Gibson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. They trail by 9 points, coming off that loss against the Nets.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
They had a hard time taking the lid off the basket. Their offense just looked flat.
Here's Garcia. Connects from three-point range. Garcia's got 8 points.
About time he got one to fall there. Before that, 6 straight misses to start this one.
Here's the pass to Wanamaker. From downtown, good, and Smart gets the assist. And the Celtics lead by 9.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Outside, Garcia. .106 left in the first quarter. Rebound, Boston. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
And while they swept the season series against them last year, making it pretty clear how much separation exists between the two teams.
Yeah, a lot of people think the separation still exists, but I myself, I want to see what happens in this first game before I make that call. It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Pass to Poirier. Back to Smart. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And I think working himself to the line, an area where Smart really can excel. I mean, he's built for contact, that's for sure.
And so, Smart nails both of them.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
Will it go? Kept alive. Gibson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And he was 73% from the line a season ago. An average number in that regard.
He's off on the second. to the inside. A nice shot by Poirier.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, we got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also...
Jaylen Brown has been leading the charge for the Boston Celtics. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. Back right after this. And before the game, we checked in with Mycareer. And no question, Smart is considered one of the toughest guys, Greg, in the NBA.
You have to love his passion, his willingness to sacrifice his body for the team on a nightly basis.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen the Celtics really take control here.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
On the court for the Celtics, they've got Marcus Smart. Tatum out there with Williams. And it's Poirier in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Portis kicks to Garcia. Fires for three. He can't get it to go. Now Boston takes it the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
As long as you do that, you put yourself in a good position to win, no matter if you're home or away.
Garcia goes in. The fadeaway. That one a little long.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting them.
Here's Wanamaker. And again, Boston with the triple.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
No, because it's gone dead silent in this arena. What a fantastic performance here on the road.
Here's Garcia. And again, it's the Knicks missing. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. Tatum, that's for two. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Tatum's got his first bucket in this one.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV. So the Knicks have made 9 free throws in the game, 14 attempts. And the free throw, no good. Boston's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Walker, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And even though they're down, I like the way they're pounding the ball inside. It's leading to a lot of points in the paint.
Taj Gibson's checked in for the Knicks.
And with the Celtics entering that win-now mode last season, the acquisition of Walker just made too much sense.
Yeah, he's a proven winner. Dating back to college, Walker's made a ton of clutch shots in his career. And GA, as long as he's in Boston, we have plenty of opportunities to continue that.
Here's Dotson. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Man, when you're playing from behind, that's the last thing you want to do. Make matters worse.
Walker the pass to Brown. Back to Walker. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
You can't shake Walker. He's just a master at cashing in on these and-one opportunities.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, if you can believe it, before Jaylen Brown went to the draft, one executive said the Cal Berkeley star was too smart. Brown says, when athletes are also informative, it can intimidate. We get pushback for our outside interests. The whole shut up and dribble movement is big, and I'm a part of that movement. guys.
Strong story, DA, there. Thanks. Here's Garcia. He feeds it to Gibson. Left side, Portis. Trying to get open is Gibson. Portis can't get it to go.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Outside, Smart. Back to Brown. And Brown throws it down.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Absolutely relentless. They're in the flow and riding that wave for as long as they can.
Garcia against Walker. With the fadeaway. Off the left rim and out.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the results.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Garcia can't get it to go.
Well, I mean, I think he better come up with some different ways to get his points tonight, because the three, not one of them, ain't working. His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. He's done a lot for his shooting percentage.
Here's Garcia. And again, it's the Knicks missing. And so it's Boston sitting on a... Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be... And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very... ends up going with the new group. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. Enes Kanter comes in for Gordon Hayward. Marcus Smart's checked in for Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker.
Refusing to let the defender alter his shot. Tatum's focus and drive, it's what helps him finish hard shots.
Mr. Clutch out there with Ntilikina. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Dotson in at the three. That's the 5 for New York right now. There's the 3. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
And the French native has already made an impact. Ntilikina is a young guard who plays with confidence and purpose.
Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Smart deciding where to go with it. Pass to Wanamaker. And Kanter throws it down.
When you pair Kanter's strong frame with the scorer's mentality, you get a guy that loves to dunk.
Now here is Garcia. He's got 8. Fires the 3. Rebound Boston. Williams has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Well, known for his unique personality, Kanter also remains a solid role player, someone his teammates enjoy playing with.
And Kanter drops them both. We know the NBA is looking to get rid of the one-and-done rule pretty soon. Adam Silver, Greg, saying he thinks the league can create a better system. Do you think so?
I think they can create a better system for some. I think the growth of the G League, no doubt, is instrumental in that new system. Now these young rookies can get the playing time in lower tier pro games as they continue to develop. But I think still the collegiate game plays a significant role. The experience of going to college, even for a year, can be invaluable.
There are pros both ways, college or the G League. Agreed?
I do. I'm just glad it's not a one-size-fits-all proposition. Now you have the option. Not every kid wants to go to college and have that experience.
Outside, Garcia. Pass to Ntilikina. From deep. Knicks with a new 14.
And the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the board. Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
That's good from Garcia. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Boston's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
He makes a lot more of those than he misses. Not sure what threw him off right there.
Here's Dotson, guarded by Tatum. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that shouldn't be easy.
Outside, Garcia. From the arc. Rebound, Boston. Cantor's got his 4th rebound in this one.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball, unable to help them close this gap.
You know, some scouts thought Tatum had tunnel vision, looking only for his own shot, but he's more about team.
Outside, Garcia. And Portis throws it down.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. That one falls.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put it in work.
That's good from Garcia.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Boston making a switch here. Poirier's checked in. Here's Smart. Williams inside, working on Portis. The shot by Williams, no good. The Knicks shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. To the middle. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Portis has got his 2nd basket of the night.
This speaks to how strong Portis is. It's obvious he enjoys showing off that muscle.
Here's Smart. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
That free throw missing.
At 6'4", 220 pounds, Marcus Smart might be the most physically imposing point guard in the league, especially with his fiery approach to the game.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Tatum. Outside, Garcia. Pulls up on the wing. And it's off the back rim, no good.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
Williams kicks to Hayward. The Celtics working the ball around now. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Ntilikina looking it over. Outside, Garcia. Can't get it to fall. And so it's the Boston Celtics, able to put on a show for the ages. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point,